You guys, it's Mary.
And
You much got to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all, because today we are going to be talking about Surviving R. Kelly Part 4, you all. And this time it is all about the trial.
Episode 4.
Yeah, Part 1, Episode 4.
Yeah.
It's all about the trial, what he was doing during the trial, and then it's also about Geronda's story and Dominique as well.
Yes.
So basically, I think we all know during this time he was arrested on 21 counts of child pornography because they had found tapes and stuff like that, including that P tape that he had with that girl.
With Sparkle's niece.
He went to jail, but he was able to get out on bail.
On bond, yeah.
Yeah, and
Bail, yeah.
And during this time, which I had no idea because I actually knew about R. Kelly through his album The Chocolate Factory. That's when they had Step in Love, remix to Ignition and all that stuff. So it was actually during this time that he was dropping music like crazy, and he had all of these hits
going on. It took 6 years for them to even come to trial.
And
which was good for him because these women had grown up, like they were past the age of 18.
They want them to grow up, so it's not like seeing a younger girl on the stand or whatever. But apparently he had a total of 4 lawyers, and he was paying each one of them individually $840 an hour for 6 years.
For 6 years.
So he spent upward
it was like over $7 million.
I think it was like
that time.
And that's really just me calculating 1 hour a day for each lawyer.
And that's just for one attorney, right?
So, no, that's for 4 attorneys, but it's for 1 hour a day each. Wow. So, I mean, I'm sure it was
they were just making their money.
Tens of millions of dollars.
Like,
for 6 years. But yeah, so that was going on. Obviously, he did get off or whatever. A lot of people were shocked. But his older brother said he was happy about it and everything.
Yeah, the younger brother, he tried to put on the younger brother.
He actually tried to say that it was his twin brother. He actually tried to bribe him and say, hey, listen, I'll give you this money if you just take it or whatever so I don't go to jail. And he said that, you don't have enough money because it's not worth me selling my soul.
I know.
His older brother, mind you, who's in jail, said he would have taken the deal.
I wonder what that older brother's in jail for. I wonder if he took a deal for R. Kelly and that's why he's in jail.
But that's why your ass is in jail, because you have no moral compass.
No.
And that's why Carrie is out to free.
And Carrie was even saying that his daughter got stumped by 15 girls because he said that, your father abused a minor.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even wrong brother. It was R. Kelly.
Yeah, but Carrie. R. Kelly was spreading it around because, apparently he had even told Wendy Williams that that's not him, that it was Carrie. So he was spreading that lie too, and then of course he told his lawyers to go say that was Carrie.
Yeah, and the other Carrie, he invited Carrie to his house, like they were at a pool.
Yeah, and he was trying to bribe him.
He had to take off his clothes because he wanted to see if he's going to wear a wire.
Well, he wanted him to get in the pool.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that he didn't have a wire on.
And Carrie said, if you want to see if I'm wired, then just say it. Just be a man.
Yeah. So he was very paranoid because he knows he's doing all this wrong stuff. That's why when people talk about just miss me with the whole victim thing that, he got abused when he was young. This is someone who chose
to do this.
To be wicked.
Yeah.
To destroy lives.
Yeah.
Innocent lives.
Absolutely.
This is no longer a victim. This is someone who chooses this.
You have decided to be a victimizer.
Time and time again.
Yeah.
And you have enablers who just want the money. That's why when he finally got put away for 30 years, he could not even bond himself out.
He had no money.
He didn't even have that $100,000.
It was just some random,
it was somebody,
some random black woman who went and bonded him out.
I know, So I mean, and at the trial, he's the uncle of this girl, Sparkle's brother. He came and said it wasn't his niece on there. And the parents, they didn't go to trial, but they also said it wasn't her. And any parents will say it's not her, them, because you just don't want your daughter to be mixed up with that. So it's like, it's not her.
I mean, it's embarrassing. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
It's sexual abuse as well. But honestly though, because one of the engineers from R. Kelly's, music group or whatever, actually said that R. Kelly actually bought this girl a a birthday cake for her 21st birthday, and she was actually in the basement, in the garage. Because he said that he knew that there were several girls who were locked up, not locked up, but he said several girls that were living in the garage. Up. Yeah.
Because that's what it is. They can't go out until they knock on the door to go to the bathroom.
But the thing is,
they can't even go brush their teeth. They can't go eat until you give them permission. They're locked up.
Yeah. So basically, he actually still had this girl around from the P tape who was still around throughout the trial. Like, they were all sitting down watching the Dave Chappelle thing where he was talking about, I want to pee on you, which I thought Dave Chappelle, you just looked like an ass, really, doing that. But, I just feel like the black community, really, it was just shameful. You have this black man going around sodomizing the black community and sodomizing your women, and everyone sat down there thinking that
little girls.
Little girls.
You didn't think for a second that could be your sister, that could be your cousin, that could be your daughter. Didn't think for a second.
No, you thought it was funny. Had this man talking about, oh, I want to pee on you. Yes, I do. And all this stuff. Made some whole entire SNL skit about it. Like, it was funny. Yeah. And then all those idiots who went and bought child pornography. You sat down there in a barbershop watching that. That's child pornography.
I know.
That wasn't no sex tape.
No. And
actual child pornography.
And all those who did that, it's like you gotta look at your
You also all deserve to go to jail because it's illegal to purchase child pornography.
I know.
But going to the flea markets, making fun of it. Oh, he a freak. No, he is a pedophile. Yeah. He's actually a pedophile. Yeah. Golden showers, Carisha. No, did you see the R. Kelly documentary?
Waste. It's someone waste. Just humiliating you. Not even giving a damn about you. No. That's what it is.
And she sat down there and cackled, like you said, like a goddamn hyena about golden showers. There's nothing ridiculous. Golden about somebody dumping their waste onto you. No. Like you're some trash can. And you're a whole human being.
I know. Like you're a toilet, really. Which is even worse.
Yeah. But Drea, so basically during this whole time...
Even Drea's children, when they went to school... Yeah. People were saying your father...
You can't sit at this table because your daddy rapes little girls.
Which is what he does.
Yeah. But that's just horrible. Like, you just go around. You're ruining not only other little girls' lives, but you're also ruining your children's lives. Yeah. Because forevermore, they'll be known as the children to R. Kelly, the pedophile. I know. Yeah. Forevermore. I know. And it's just sad. Yeah. Because they really do look so much like R. Kelly.
He doesn't give a damn about them.
Yeah, no. Not at all.
He doesn't give a damn about anyone.
I think he used Drea as a beard.
Yeah.
He used her as a beard.
So that you could say, oh, well, he's married. And then also to blame the girls, Oh, why are they going with a married man? Why is a married man looking for little girls at high school at the McDonald's next door?
There was some...
Bringing up them at concerts. Yeah.
There was some idiot in our comment section who said that, oh, shame on us because we're putting down a black brother, TJ Holmes, for him cheating. They said, oh, his cheating is personal. And, you guys...
Shame on him.
Yeah. And he was talking about how old the girl was with a married man. I was like, he's married. She's not married.
She is not even at the age of consent. What do you sound like an ignorant?
Imbecile.
I'm trying not to curse.
But anyway, let's get back to what was it? So yes, they were estranged. Apparently, Sparkle said that she went on the stand or whatever. She was estranged from her family for 10 years.
Yeah, she went to say, "Oh yes, that is my niece." Sparkle, please just miss me with your acting as though you were doing anyone a favor. The favor would have been don't mention your niece to a pedophile. Yeah. That would have been the favor.
It might be this
you have a niece. When you're there working with a pedophile.
It might be as you say you want, and then it's like, Sparkle, you also knew that this man was very much so controlling because he tried to control your career. You're talking about how you want him to do the same thing that he was doing for you. What did he do for you? Because I haven't heard not one song from you ever in life.
I've never even heard about Sparkle.
I ain't never even heard.
Until I heard.
You know what I heard about Sparkle? I thought Sparkle was that movie that Jordan Sparks was in where it was like the remake of Dreamgirls. That's what I thought that what it was. But then I knew that this girl name was Sparkle, whatever. I was like, I've never heard of you. So was it worth it? You knew this man was controlling. Yeah. You knew that the wife was locked up basically and had to ask for permission. You knew all that. And I'm sure that you saw several little girls around. And if he will do that to a
grown woman like Andrea, right? What will he do to a little girl who is 12?
And if
So
he
you knew that, and you still brought your niece, who you hated, along with the sister, because there's no other explanation for
none.
why you went to bring her here.
Yeah, and then my thing is also like, if this man was going around having little girls all over the place, so much so that his manager knew, his bodyguard knew, and that he'll be in the studio, even the music producers knew.
Everyone
what
knew.
makes me think that he was hiding the little girls from you, Sparkle? Child, please. You saw all of that, and you decided to drag your little niece along.
Exactly.
You probably told you, bring a girl here so I can help your career be successful. And you basically threw your niece down the river.
Yep, that's what she did.
Now you want to be at the court. Your ass should not have even been there.
Yeah. Because she wants to smear it in her sister's face. Yes, it is her child. Mm-hmm.
And now you're here on this documentary trying to clear your name. That's the reason why Sparkle's there, as far as I'm concerned.
Cannot even blink tears for
nothing.
Took
you 75 blinks.
65. She's 65. Might as well be 75.
I know.
Just to get a tiny
Kidogo tear.
That could not even reach all the way down her face.
Yes, but Geronda Pace, she was a girl that actually she was a little girl. She was the child of
She was there in the trial. She was there each day. She was
outside the courtroom, waiting for him because it was a public trial.
When her mom was at work, she will leave school.
She'll skip school just to go to the trial.
Just to go and have her little sign to say that he's not guilty.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Of course, he saw her there.
And
gave her his phone number, one of his people.
Yeah.
This is what blows my mind.
In the middle of a trial. And the thing is, they said that he was actually, as he would come to the courtroom, he would be scanning the audience for little girls.
And
like a little
anytime he left, you would see him looking around when he was leaving with his bodyguards. You will see him looking around.
So and these sick, he can't even control himself.
Yeah, they're the ones who go give her the phone number. Kelly wants to talk to you. And she calls and boom, boom, there you go. And so she was there. She said they talked about how they had been, he talked about how he had been molested.
She had been molested 4, 6, and 8.
When she was 4 years old, 6-year-old, and 8 years old.
I do believe
she said so they bonded over that.
Yeah.
And, she just thought he was so kind. And he knew that she felt like he was not guilty. And one day, he just bends her over and just takes her virginity, just like that.
Yeah.
And it was like...
Well, he told her
she didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's in shock. Like, what?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you show her, like what Drea said.
All this stuff is true. The beast.
Yeah. The devil came out.
Lucifer.
Yeah, and that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
With her. And the next thing you know, he's asking her to bring one of her girls for her birthday or something.
Well, this was before she actually was raped by him.
Before he raped her, right, and took her virginity.
She actually introduced Dominique to him.
He did a party for her.
Yeah.
And asked her to bring someone else. And she brought this friend of hers, Dominique. Yeah. And then later on, he got Dominique's phone number.
Yeah.
From her. And so they started talking unbeknown to her.
Well, yeah, but then R. Kelly was telling her, because she had asked R. Kelly, this was late, this was actually in part 2 that she actually cleared it up, and she said, actually, I went and called her, was like, hey, are you coming to the house or whatever? And she was like, yeah, of course I'm coming. But R. Kelly had told her that she's not your friend, don't ever talk to her anymore. So apparently they were trapped in the same house, and they would be talking to each other, but they were never able to actually meet because he would make sure that they're not able to come together or talk or anything at all.
I mean, it was so disgusting.
Yeah.
The way he just treated her, it's
just crazy. You go to support somebody and then you end up being the victim.
And then you find out that they're actually the monster
that everyone has said that they are.
He was being tried for.
Yeah.
That he was found not guilty for.
Yeah.
That he should have been found guilty. You finally realize that how devastating.
Yeah.
That is, and what that does to the psyche.
Yeah.
The human psyche when this happened to you at 4, 6, 8, now it's 16.
You know what's crazy though? I honestly do. I mean, I've never been a victim of sexual abuse or anything, but I do believe that when you are a victim, you actually carry that trauma with you.
Yeah.
And people, sometimes you carry that energy with you, unbeknown to you, especially if you have not healed.
Yeah.
And I feel like sexual abuse victims can always recognize or see a victim.
Yeah.
Just by the way they act, by the way they look at somebody. He saw her. He knew. He probably knew immediately
before she even said anything to him.
Yeah. Because he was a victim himself, so he knew. He saw what it was like already.
Yeah.
So,
both
it's
with
just
his
sad.
sister and his uncle. But this is someone like, I cannot feel... I saw his attorney recently he was talking to someone on a podcast, and he was talking about how R. Kelly's the victim. Like, how are you the victim and not these little girls?
My thing is, I feel like R. Kelly stopped being a victim when he started having thoughts about raping somebody or trying to be with little kids.
Yeah.
That's when he automatically stops being the victim. Because now you're taking a choice to actually go and victimize someone else.
And you see the pain in them. That does not stop you.
No.
You continue.
You see how they're disturbed, that they don't like it, and you keep doing it.
You get a high of it.
Yeah.
And you continue to do it. It sounds about Tate.
Yeah.
Like
like you said, before there was Andrew Tate, there was R. Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, seriously.
But you know what's so crazy? Because Bruce Kelly, his older brother, the bandit that's in jail, he said that, my thing is, we're all like, we just have a way that we are with our girls, We don't want them talking to nobody. We don't want them looking at nobody. Mm-hmm. We don't want them even sniffing nobody. Yeah. That's just how we are. We are just controlling. That's just how we are.
With our girls.
These girls.
Are little kids.
Have you been with little girls, Bruce?
I'm sure he has.
Because you kept on excusing it, talking about how, it's just a preference.
Yeah.
No, it's a criminal pedophilia behavior that needs to be talked about. What I did not like in the documentary that they kept on saying evil. A sexual relationship. It's not a sexual relationship. It's rape.
Yeah, that's what it is. And we
have
to
say
call it what
sexual
it is.
Relationship and we had sex. You did not have sex. You were raped. You were sodomized.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
You could not have given consent to that age. 12, 13, 14.
Even R.
15,
Kelly said it.
16,
He said that.
17.
Yeah.
Even 18. Like you could not possibly have. You're not in that mind space to do that.
No little kids actually even thinking about sex. So when people want to talk about how kids can think about sex and they know this and they know that, they don't know shit. Yeah. Because even R. Kelly said it.
These girls are fast? No. Any girl who you deem to be fast is a girl who has been raped.
Yeah.
Who has gone through sexual trauma.
Who has witnessed something that they should not have.
By a grown man.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. So they are the victims.
Yeah. But even R. Kelly said that, him being sexually assaulted woke up his hormones a lot earlier than they should have ever been woken up. Because as a kid, you're not supposed to see sex.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to know about all these things. You're not. Even he knows. He knows it. He knows
that.
So,
yet he does that. He makes that choice to do that anyway.
He knows better.
Yeah.
When you know better, God can't give you an excuse or give you forgiveness. Yeah. Because the thing is, you already know that you're wrong. You know right from wrong. Yeah. You are aware of what you're doing.
Right from wrong.
Because he was telling Geronda. Exactly. He was telling Geronda, yes, you're 16. That's fine. Say you're 19, but act 21. So he knew.
So why would you tell her that?
If you didn't think anything was wrong with it.
Yeah, if you didn't think anything was wrong with it, why do you tell her that?
There's that sick manager, his nasty brother who is locked up. Mm-hmm. That's why your ass is in jail, behind bars, okay? Yeah. That manager, Drea's brother, like all these men just failed all of these little girls. Yeah. As you guys sat down there, saw him going to the school, no one said anything. Had you guys said something earlier, probably this would have never happened.
Yeah.
Just a mess. Really a mess, honestly.
Because they wanted some money.
Was it worth it now? Because the money well is dried up because he's behind bars. Yeah. You didn't even have 100,000 to bail him out.
And sometimes when you get money like that, for some reason that money goes away.
Yeah.
So quickly, you wonder. You say, "What did I do with that money?"
$840 an hour for some lawyers for 6 years.
6 years.
Oh, they were chilling on a hill.
While he was serves him right. While he was out there raping little girls and continuing. He never stopped. Even while the trial was being held for 6 years, he still continued in those 6 years.
Well, he was doing it while he was on trial. And no one said anything.
No.
No one said
No
anything.
one said, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. You're on trial, man. You're on trial. No.
Well, also, I feel like that judge was probably paid off because the fact that because they had all of these charges, right? But the judge had lessened it all. Like, he had 21 charges that he was called in for.
Yeah.
They basically put it all the way down to one tape with one little girl. So he was going to jail for that one tape, whatever. I believe that judge was paid off very handsomely because he also said that they had confiscated this tape or the evidence illegally because you did not have a search warrant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how he was like, well, no, we're only going to do the one tape.
Right. Wow.
Craziness. But yeah, and then also some guy was like, well, I just did not believe them. I didn't like how they were dressed. The
juror.
Yeah.
He just did not believe the women.
Yeah.
What did you not believe? Is it because they were black?
Yeah.
He didn't like the way they were dressed. How were they dressed? Did they have braids on that day? They didn't look a part that you have deemed in your mind is an innocent look.
They didn't look like a victim to you. Just craziness. Yeah. Black women can't be victims.
Yeah. And
crazy.
He was some Caucasian guy. Sounded like he has an accent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
just
very sad. That was sad that he was not he was not found guilty then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is episode 4, and we continue.
Yes, you all have 2 more episodes for part 1 to be over, then we'll be going on to the reckoning of part 2, you all. But it's Mary.
And Amma.
You guys just like,
share,
subscribe,
and comments. Let us know what you think about that. What did you think about the not guilty verdict? Did you think it was right? Did you think it was wrong? Tell us down below.